Well, hello again, everyone. Professor Profit coming to you from Gamblers University. And we've got a Vegas trip report for you today. We just got back from Vegas yesterday, and I want to go ahead and get this recorded while it was all still fresh on my mind. So we got an offer from the Rio out in Vegas, and we decided to take them up on it. It was 4 free nights in one of their renovated rooms, suites. And so we like the suite real well, and I'll be showing you some photos of the suite here during the video a little later. So we checked into the Rio. We had a little bit of a difficult time getting to the Rio, in that when we got to the airport, we had rented from Hertz, and when we got there to pick up the car, no cars. So Hertz, your big outfit, man, you got to do better. You got to have cars there. So that delayed us about 30 to 45 minutes. We finally took a car, not the one that we necessarily wanted, but it did roll, and that's really all we were looking for. And we headed on over to the Rio, checked in, and went up to the room, unpacked, and then we drove on over to Target and got some supplies for the week. Sunday, we stayed at the Rio, and we wanted to give them as much action as we could since they were comping us 4 nights. We played some bubble craps, and we played some roulette and won at both games. So the trip was off to a good start. And we decided to drive over to Ellis Island. We could not get there, though, because Flamingo between the Strip and Koval was closed. They're getting ready for the F1 race, and that's coming up in November, I believe the week before Thanksgiving, if I'm correct. But traffic was horrible on the Strip. So if you're going to be in Vegas in the next few weeks, just be aware that if you're in a car and on the Strip, you're going to get a scenic route because you're going to be sitting in traffic quite a bit. So instead of Ellis Island, we detoured over to the Westgate, and we hadn't been there in quite a while, and I'd heard some good things about the sports book there. This was NFL Sunday, so I thought that'd be a good time to check that out, which we did. And it was hopping, I tell you. It was a really nice casino. We had a good time there. Signed up for the Players Club card, and got some free play, so we used that on video poker. And then we also played a little roulette and won at both of those games. So that was another good day for us. We spent most of the day there, and so we just grabbed a bite and headed on back to the Rio. Monday again started at the Rio. We again hit the bubble craps and roulette machines, and won at both of those. And then we stuck our head in the hash house, had a real nice meal there, and then drove out to Green Valley Ranch. Now we played some more bubble craps there, and you're going to hear a lot of bubble craps. My wife enjoys playing bubble craps. She likes those two-seaters where the couple can sit there. So we sit there and play together, and we had a really good time doing that. And the fact that we were winning most of the time certainly helped. So we did bubble craps, roulette, and video poker at Green Valley Ranch. Did lose a little bit at roulette, but overall we did have a winning session at GVR. They have a little pizza house there, so we picked up a slice of pizza and ate there, and then headed back to the Rio. Tuesday we went down to Park MGM, and we just parked there. If you have an MGM players card, and if you have an MGM credit card, they'll bump you up to the Pearl level. And if you're a Pearl level player, you can park at all of the MGM properties on the Strip for free. So there's your little tip from Professor Profit. So we walked over to New York from there, and once again found a bubble craps machine, played that for a little while, and won. And then we headed on over to Planet Hollywood and ate at the Earl Sandwich there. They got a pretty good sandwich if you like that sort of thing. Walked through the mall, and then we headed on over to the Cosmo, which is normally where we stay when we go to Vegas, but not this time. We, like I said, we gave Rio a shot. Played some bubble craps there and won. And then my wife wanted to play some slots. So she played the Invaders from the Planet Moolah, I believe is the name of it. I call it the cow machine. A lot of fun. It's just a penny slot. So she played there for a few minutes. Dropped about $40, I think. And so then we headed on over to the video poker machine, and where she played some quarter video poker. Deuces wild, and she hit 4 deuces. and I got a quick little video here of her reaction to hitting the 4 deuces for $250. So that was a nice little hit for her. So here's that video. Okay, once we finished up at the Cosmo, we just headed on back to the Rio, and then I got up Wednesday morning and drove back over to the Cosmo and parked there. Again, it's free parking with the MGM Pearl card. We hit the Bubble Crafts machine once again, and again we were victorious. And then from there we walked across to the Encore, played a little roulette and video poker, and were successful there. We walked through the Wynn. Didn't play any, just walked through, looked at, they had one of the F1 cars there on display, so we looked at that. That was pretty cool. Then we walked over through the Palazzo, didn't play, hit the Venetian, and we did play some Bubble Craps there, and the winning streak ended on Bubble Craps. We lost, I think it was $17. It wasn't a big loss, but just wasn't going our way. Every time we get close to even, it seems like we'd hit a losing streak again, so we decided just to cut our losses. And that's always important, folks. You got to have those stop losses. And headed on over to Harrah's, where we played on their Bubble Crafts machine, and we were able to come away with a win there. From there, we went to Treasure Island, just walked through, didn't play. The Bellagio to look at the conservatory, didn't play though, just walked around. We also hit the Fashion Square Mall, where we ate at Maggiano's, which is right on the strip there. It's on the second floor, so you can overlook the strip from your table. And that's pretty interesting. They've got a pretty good lasagna dish there that we split and enjoyed. And then we walked through Fashion Square Mall, and I decided I want to go down to Casino Quest and rent a table for an hour and throw the dice a little bit, practice up. And when I got there, they were closed. And I don't mean closed for the day. They were boarded up and closed for good. Now, I don't know if they just moved locations and found some place where the rent was a little less expensive, or if they went ahead and closed the business. I'm sure you can check on Casino Quest YouTube channel, and they'll have that information for you there. Maybe you're already aware of it. I was not, so I was a little surprised when I ran into that. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, we drove down to the Silverton, which is kind of a locals casino that we've always enjoyed. Played Bubble Craps and Roulette, and won at both of those, and went over to Johnny Rockets with our winnings, bought some lunch there, and enjoyed that. And from there we drove over to the Durango, which if you hadn't been to the Durango, that's a good one for you. I suggest that you go do that. It's a very clean casino, or new casino, a nice food court and nice machines, and a lot of space to walk around in there where it's not crowded, even if there are a lot of people in there. So if you like that sort of thing, which I do, check out the Durango. Bubble Craps and Roulette were on order again, and I played the Roll to Win machine there, and also slots, and we won at every one of those games. So it was another great session at the Durango, and I hopped in the car and drove over to the Orleans from there, where we played some more Bubble Craps, and we picked up a sandwich at Subway, drove back over to the Rio, and just ate in the room. Friday was our toughest day gambling. I wanted to go to Slots of Fun. My understanding was they had some old coin in, coin out slot machines, which had been a while since I'd played those. If you've been going to Vegas for a long time like I have, a little over 30 years, kind of nostalgic to go in there and look at those and play them a little bit. So I bought $40 worth of the $1 tokens, and as usual when you're playing slots, I lost $40. But I've got a little video that I recorded walking through there for you, which if you want to, we'll take a look right now. And then I've got a little picture of me standing out front, and also a photo of the coins or the tokens that they used in the machines. Now, I would have taken a little more video, but the security guard stopped me and told me my videoing days at the Slots of Fun were over, and I decided he was probably right, so I just put the camera down, and so what you see is what you get, and I hope you enjoy that. Okay, here we are, just hit 4 deuces. Show us how to do it. Playing at the Cosmo here, and we just hit for 4 deuces on Deuces Wild quarter machine, a $250 win, And that brings us up to 305. So that's a nice hit. A lot of fun at the Cosmo. We are in Slots of Fun, and this is the old school slot machines back from the 90s and early 2000s. As you can see, we've got the coin in slot there on the dollar machine. And as we walk through, you can see some of the old-timey machines here, including a bank of blazing sevens back there, it looks like. And I put many a quarter and many a dollar token in those machines. Of course, you got the cashiers in the carousel in the middle there, and another bank of blazing sevens here. And as we continue walking on back through Slots of Fun here on the Strip in Vegas, I see a Wild Cherry one in front up there. That's one we used to play quite a bit. And look like there's some double diamonds here. And all of these are dollars. They do have some quarter machines in Slots of Fun. However, there's another bank over there. And some more blazing sevens. So Slots of Fun. And as we continue on, we have a little video of me playing the Triple Diamond Haywire. And favorite part of it is putting that dollar token into the machine. There we go. And we spin and we lose. But that's that's slots for you back then and even now for the most part. So a lot of fun at Slots of Fun. All right, here's a shot of me standing in front of Slots of Fun. And I said, as you can tell, we had a good time in there. Left them a few dollars, but that's okay. And this is one of the tokens that we use. This one, of course, is from 1981. These are about the size of a silver dollar, if you don't know. And as you can see, this has the Circus logo on the front. And then when you flip it over to the back, it's got a picture of the casino. So 1981, a long time ago, a lot of fun. Once we finished up at Slots of Fun, we walked over to the Fountain Blue, which is a newer casino, very upscale, and we've been there before and we enjoyed it. So we went back, hit the Bubble Craps machine there again and played some video poker, and had a tough time at both of those games. And so we left them a little of our money, but it looks like they can probably use it. So we'll be back to get it next time, Fountain Blue. From there, we were heading over to Ellis Island. Again, we ran into road closures and all that. You can get there coming up Harmon and turning on to Koval. But we decided to stop at Tuscany Suites while we were out running around. We had not played there before, so we walked in there for a few minutes and signed up for their player's card, got some free play, and played some video poker, bubble craps, and roulette. My wife did real well on video poker and told me, play that machine, it's a good one. So I did, and I didn't win as much as she did. She hit 4 deuces on Deuces Wild again, but I did come out ahead on the video poker. Also played some bubble craps and roulette, and we were not as fortunate there. We did lose a little bit. Overall at Tuscany, although the video poker was a win, the other two were bigger losses than the video poker was a win. So that was our third losing session of the day, and I think that was only the fourth one of the whole trip. So that was Friday, and then Saturday was checkout day. So we got repacked, and before we finish this video, I want to show you a couple shots of the room we were staying in. Very nice room, I thought. We enjoyed it very much and decided that get another offer, we'll take them up on it again and go back. So, and also there's a video of the casino, which I'll show you right now. Okay, before we go down to the casino video here at the Rio, I wanted to show you a couple of pictures of the room we stayed in. This is a suite. As you can tell, we've got a king-size bed and a little dining area there in the middle, and then you've got a nice couch. And as you can see, we had a pretty view. The floor to ceiling windows were nice. And we'll swing on over here. This is another view of the room, and just from a different corner, and you can see the large TV there, and that's some kind of wall hanging. I don't know exactly what that was. It lit up, kind of a palm tree. And so now let's go take a look. This is one of my wife from the Venetian overlooking little pond there, and then looking at the what remains of the Mirage as they've torn out the front of that now, and it's all the way back to just about where the check-in desk was. It looks like the pond out front where the little fountains were, and the volcano, of course, are all gone now at the Mirage. And this is a view out of our window of the mountains. I thought it was pretty. It was sunrise. The sun just hitting the top of the mountains, and you can see the moon up in the top right-hand corner setting, and just a real pretty sight. And finally, here is the Rio Casino there. You can see a lot of the slot machines going on. This is the table game. They have a couple of craps tables, a couple of roulette tables, and just a lot going on there. They've got the other side of the casino they're still working on. It's kind of dark, and they're still redecorating it and putting machines in. But real good time at the Rio, and as I said before, be a fun place for you to go out and spend a little time. So once we got everything packed, we went down and checked out, and we had valeted the car the night before, so we wouldn't have to schlep the suitcases all the way to the parking garage. So we picked the car up and threw the suitcases in, and then went ahead and parked again and walked back inside the Rio for one last session. And Bubble Craps was full, the machine was full, so we walked over to roulette and won a little money there. And time we got done there, we went back to Bubble Craps, and one of the machines was open. So we played there and won again. So we had a nice winning session to end the trip. So overall, we give the Rio a thumbs up. We enjoyed the stay there. And as I mentioned, we will go back. We ate at Hash House a couple times. We ate at Smash Burger a couple times there. And they've got a food court. The food court, it was C+. It was okay. Nothing special there. The only complaint we had with the Rio was the housekeeping. They don't clean your room every day. That's not really a big problem, but we ran out of towels one day and called down there and could not get an answer, and that's an issue. So hopefully they'll get that cleaned up, and but we'll go back and enjoy the Rio. And if you get one of those offers, consider this a recommendation. Go out to the Rio, check it out, and have a good time. We also have a nice sports book, which I didn't mention, but pretty nice sports book there if you like sitting in the sports book watching the ball games that you've wagered on. So that is the trip from Las Vegas in October of 2024 from the Rio. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, we ask that you give us a thumbs up, and that way we know you're enjoying the content. And also, if you haven't already subscribed to the Gamblers University channel, we'd love to have you go ahead and hit that button and become part of the student body here at Gamblers U. Now we do all types of different gambling strategy videos, mainly roulette and craps, but occasionally other games. So if you enjoy that sort of content, please consider going ahead and signing up. Now, I also recorded a few sessions where we were playing, and I'll be showing those over the coming weeks, so you can look forward to that. And we'll do, of course, more strategy videos. So once again, thank you for joining us. We'll hope you'll come back and see us again real soon. Until then, if you're out there rolling those bones or spinning that wheel, we wish you nothing but the best of luck. I hope all your numbers come up winners. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.